Oh, here's a song that me and REBERHEAD wrote. It's called Glitch in the System.
Glitch in the System.
Yeah, we've been doing it for like a while, probably like almost a year now, but
Yeah.
we'll be, oh, we're also going to be playing a new song. I'll talk about that in a second when we
Yeah.
system. Here is Glitch in the System.
And we've got like a side project thing going. We call it Common Era, right?
Oh, yeah. We got 2 songs, and we're about to have like 2 others, I think. So soon we will be having more. We're gonna probably do another song at the next one, a new one at the next one maybe.
Hell
We'll see if we get it done. Okay. It's Glitch in the System by our side project, Common Era.
Yes. And Brian Burchette wrote the lyrics to this song. He's a poet and a singer, and he does very good work. And
you probably know him. He's done a lot of nights here.
yeah, he's an Unknown Sounds. That's his band. And but he wrote the lyrics. Austin did the music for it, and I'm singing it. So here we go, yo.
So if he messes up the lyrics, you know who to blame.
Yes.
No, I'm just joking.
I don't know.
Please do not tell him he messed up.
Fit the norm, thought you were different when you were born. See the flames moving beneath the sunrise. See the passengers and those who ride. See a certain darkness in their eyes. See the misgivings of their lives. Glitch in the system, I keep resisting, coming and going to a new scene. Walking and sometimes to be seen, no in between, no magazines. Glitch in the system, glitch in the system. I keep resisting, I keep resisting. Just an imperfect picture, just a reason to be beneath the sunrise. See their sadness and despise. Just an imperfect picture. You never were acceptable, highly rejectable. Glitch in the system, glitch in the system. Keep resisting, keep resisting. I keep resisting. You never fit the norm. Thought you were different when you were born. You don't know where I've been. I won't let you in. Never fit the norm. Thought you were different when you were born. You don't know where I've been, and I won't let you in. Glitch in the system, I keep resisting. Glitch in the system, glitch in the system. I keep resisting, I keep resisting. Glitch in the system. Ah, glitch in the system. You never fit the norm. Thought you were different when you were born. Glitch in the system. Passengers and those who rise, see the certain darkness in their eyes, see the misgivings in all their lives. Glitch in the system, glitch in the system. I keep resisting, coming and going to a new scene, driving in some time to be seen. No in between, no magazines. I keep resisting, I keep resisting, I keep resisting. Glitch in the system, glitch in the system. Just an imperfect picture, just the reason to be beneath the sunrise. See their sadness and despise. Just an imperfect picture. Glitch in the system, glitch in the system. I keep resisting, I keep resisting. Hey.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay, we're gonna be back doing another song at the end of my set. I'm gonna be playing some solo stuff while you guys set up with the other song that we have. So here's my music. Thank you. I'm gonna make a comment real quick, but I think this is the biggest crowd that we've ever had while having one of these shows. Not gonna lie. I've never seen, I think it's the biggest crowd. Can you confirm that this is the biggest crowd we've had since having this at Night Ride?
Yes, for sure. Thank you all very much for coming out and listening to us tonight. That's good, right? Fuck, man. All right, here we go. All right, so this is Simplify.
By coming out.
I try to wrap my mind around this absurd point in time. I try to step back and simplify, but any meaning I try to derive, the efforts seem to deem themselves futile. A plain attempt to say the perfect word, to show my condolences, to console. And it's hard to polish an empty heart made of ashes cold like lava that flows out of a crater presently decompensating from a violent disruption, settling on everything below that melts with heat and fire. An entire nation filled with individual feelings to evacuate, when truly who would want to leave their home? Cities filled with families and closely knit communities, and friends who don't feel better off alone. Embers come down, they fall from the sky, where eagles used to fly, where hopes were once built high. This was a different kind of melting pot when no one came to die. Instead it was a refuge from an iron curtain where we escaped to thrive. I woke up this morning realizing the moon is still above the tides, and the light of the cracking dawn still insists to rise. Yet everyone is looking down, fearing a insulated ground, worn by a mouth who only knows the paradox where they reside. A flimsy constructed consciousness from telling and believing in too many lies. I speak this plainly to simplify. I speak this plainly to simplify. simplify. I speak clearly to simplify. Speak clearly to simplify. Speak plainly to simplify. Speak plainly to simplify. Reality we perceive depends on what we share and what we hide. Secretly can be a disease of absolute authority that corrupts absolutely. Melting everything and anything it doesn't touch takes flight, travels far away till there's nowhere else to go. This is my home. This is where I was set. This is the water that I drank. This is where I grew. This is where I come from. This is where my ancestors came. This is who I am. This is my life. This is where I will stay to fight. I speak plainly to simplify. Speak plainly to simplify. Speak plainly to simplify. Speak plainly to simplify. This is where I will stay to fight. Speak plainly to simplify. Speak plainly to simplify. Plainly to simplify. Speak plainly to simplify.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks. This is Waves of 11. And I'm REBERHEAD. I'm going to play some of my personal music next. I'm going to get...